Welcome to this presentation on the Speech and Language Therapy programme at Ulster University. My name is Rosalind Rogers and I have the privilege of being the course director for the degree, which is a pre-registration 3-year undergraduate degree on the Magee campus at Ulster University. Magee itself is a new campus for the School of Health Sciences, and we're delighted to be starting there in September 2021. So depending when you're listening to this will depend on whether we've already settled in or whether we're still looking forward to it. Magee campus is located in the heart of Derry, and it is a brilliant campus. You'll love it. It's so friendly. Students that study there really enjoy the crack and find it a small, friendly campus that has grown actually a lot. Also, Derry itself has got a very vibrant nightlife, complemented by a wide range of different cultural events and city festivals. And the great advantage is that it's one of the most affordable places to live in the UK. The unique thing I think you'll find about the Magee campus as well is that it is full of other health professional students. So you get a real sense of being in a health faculty and learning alongside nurses and medics, also clinical physiologists, paramedics, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, podiatrists, diagnostic radiographers and therapeutic radiographers. So it's just fantastic, real buzz. What we're going to cover today is about why study speech therapy or speech and language therapy at Ulster. What will you learn? How will you be taught? How will we support you? And I'll tell you what our students think woven throughout the presentation, and just a little bit about future careers. So why study speech and language therapy at Ulster? All courses, if RCSLT, which is the Royal College of Speech and Language Therapists in the UK, and in Ireland, the Irish Association of Speech and Language Therapists, IASLT, if they have approved the course or accredited the course, then you know that it is of good quality. And those courses are also recognised by HCPC, the regulator in the UK, and CORU, the regulator in the south of Ireland. So all of the checks and balances have been done. So all courses are of a good standard. And what you want to do is you want to look beneath that and see what sets each course apart. So we've pulled out these 3 themes here, and these have come from what students have told us, and also from what experts have also said and our external examiners. So I haven't just made these up. First one is about how we engage with you as students. We are commended for creative, stimulating, relevant, person-centred teaching, learning and assessment methods. And that, I think, means that you can be reassured that what you're learning in the university is very clinically applied, and also that it's not dry or boring. The second one is the partnership. We are really, really lucky in Northern Ireland in that we've got the most amazing SLT leaders in our trusts, and fantastic specialist and generic therapists working across each of the trusts. And they're very engaged and very supportive of their own university, Ulster University in Northern Ireland. And they work with us to create clinically current content. They create with us real live clients, assessment data and therapy goals and materials so that you can learn in a very client-centred way, in a way that feels real as to what you're going to be doing when you're out on placement. This partnership working, we presented on a recent project called Cyrus, speech and language therapy inreach to Ulster students at the recent RCSLT conference. It's a very unique aspect of our programme, that massive amount of support, and it also comes across in our placements. We have been able to put in 100 clinical hours focused on eating, drinking, swallowing, and we've been doing that for the last 2 years. So again, that also means that you're very fit for purpose in respect of being able to manage eating, drinking, swallowing clients, both paediatric as well as adult. And the third theme really is about the academic SLT team itself at Ulster. I love working with my colleagues. They are so professional, they are committed, they are researching in the areas that they teach in, as well as researching in best practice. They're professionally at the cutting edge. We really work hard to make sure that we have influencing roles within the UK and elsewhere. And we are able to then talk about that and write about that. Students also at Ulster are encouraged to be professionally active, and they represent pre-registration education issues on the Northern Ireland RCSLT leadership body. So what will you learn? Well, obviously you'll learn the content. You can go into the prospectus, the online prospectus, and see the modules, the building blocks themselves. But there are 3 skills that we want to pull out here that are woven throughout all of those modules. And these are skills that you need to start your career. Therapeutic communication skills are key. You're working to support those people who've got communication difficulties to find their own voice and to live their lives fully. And to find their own voice might be using alternative communication methods. It might be supporting and building opportunities to use communication skills. It might be working with others to help create opportunities socially, meaningful occupation for them to be able to have something to actually talk about. So therapeutic communication skills is an essential part of being a speech and language therapist. We work in a therapeutic relationship with the person and their family. Increasingly, speech and language therapists work with people with eating, drinking, swallowing challenges, from tiny babies, from neonates, up to older adults. And again, when you have not got eating, drinking, swallowing skills, then we need therapeutic communication skills to help people articulate what their worries, their challenges are, and to help support them to meaningfully socialise and meaningfully enjoy family time, even when they've got eating, drinking, swallowing difficulties. So therapeutic communication skills are key. The second group of skills are empowering problem-solving skills. This is fantastic, isn't it? To be able to work. Now, we don't find the answers. We work with the person and their family, the person and their environment, significant people involved with them, to help reduce communication barriers. We are coming alongside to help support people to find their own solutions. That might be working with teachers, it might be working with nursery support staff, it might be working with the extended family members, it might be working in young offending centres, whatever. It's about reducing communication barriers. And the third group of skills are analytical skills. So I love this art and science part of being a speech and language therapist. And the reason why we need analytical skills is we need to be able to use case history information, the analytical skills to analyse language, to analyse speech, sound patterns, to analyse information that we're getting about the person's eating, drinking, swallowing, underpinning neurology. And we generate diagnoses and we apply best practice for actual therapy methods. So therapeutic skills, empowering, problem-solving skills and analytical skills. And if you think you've got that unique art and science combination or want to develop those, then please do consider speech and language therapy. Our course is designed, each course is designed in a unique way, and ours is designed as follows. It's 3 years with placement integrated in each year on a 6-week block model. So let me just talk a little bit about the flavour of each year. First year, the focus is very much on children and young people. And right from the start, you are learning about child language development, you're learning about child development generally, you're learning about the anatomy and physiology of humans. And you're doing that, you're taught by speech and language therapists to apply it to the profession right from the start. And you have a 6-week block placement at the end, May, June, where you're working with children and young people. Second year, the focus is on adult neurology, adult learning difficulties, voice and fluency. And at the end of second year, you have a 6-week block placement, yep, you've guessed it, with adults. Then in third year, it's an advanced year. We have what's called a spiral curriculum. You're introduced to content and it builds throughout the 3 years. And in final year, you have a 6 weeks adult advanced period of teaching followed by an advanced adult block. And then after Christmas, there's an assessment period like the rest of the university. And then in semester 2, it's 6 weeks advanced children and young people topics, followed by a 6-week paediatric placement. You've got a research proposal to prepare for, which starts in second year and you submit in third year. And there is a professional employability skills module that runs throughout final year. And woven and particularly strongly in first year is an interdisciplinary strand where you're learning with other health professionals. So important because everything we do as part of a team. So these are the words that students feed back to us, that you're going to be taught with clarity, with clinical skill, with passion, with empathy, with confidence, and with creativity. And that's backed up by the National Student Survey each year. And you're going to learn through a variety of methods. We completely did away with all written exams because with student feedback, we felt that wasn't the best way to actually develop the skills and knowledge that you needed. They were commended by panel experts when they come to look at the course for using all different types of media, different methods. And your timetable is thoughtfully planned out so that there's independent periods for study each week. Because a lot of what we do in a very blended way. There is a lot of online workshops, online material, online activity. We've got an amazing library and it's accessible 24/7. And there is a lot of personal study support with online resources. And it's really important that we have personal narratives from people with communication and eating, drinking or swallowing problems. And all coursework is very clinically focused. You should see the point of everything that you do. We have a very strong SLT Ulster academic community. Students act as ambassadors towards first year students. And as academic staff, we work very hard to model for therapeutic care. We want to make sure that you are supported to develop your professional skills in a very person-centred way. Additionally, that SLT Ulster community of students, of education, also means that we work very closely with our year reps. And our approach is very much partnership. Students work with us to design the timetable, decide the balance of recorded and online learning resources, and they help set out reasonable assessment dates to reduce stress, as well as creating community enrichment ideas to bring us together. So last year we launched the George Kennedy SLT Ulster Step Out Challenge to raise money for Dementia NI. We did that together in memory of our colleague's father, George Kennedy. Student reps met, and we think we will continue this if students wish this. We have been meeting for the last 2 years weekly with myself as the course director and year tutors and the placement coordinator each week. And what happens here is that it's a quick half-hour meeting. Student reps bring ideas, they bring improvements, and they also help identify potential stress points so that we can help reduce it usually it's around assessment hand-in. And it means that in partnership with our placement educators, because clinical teaching is key on placement, and together final year students have graduated with high standards despite the ongoing 2 years imposed by COVID. Future careers in speech and language therapy. At the moment, our graduates are in very high demand, and we don't see that changing. There is a real need for speech and language therapists, and most work in the NHS. Some do move into private practice, some go into research, some do that simultaneously, or they go on to train further for dual qualifications, for example, as a teacher. Because an SLT trained as a teacher can work amazingly in language units, for example. This is the overview, and you can pull this out from the actual prospectus itself. This is on all of the health professions presentations. We just need to let you know that we're continually improving. And for your year of entry, there may be improvements or responses to the working context. Entry requirements are published on the website, and our admissions team are absolutely excellent and so responsive. So do consider SLT as a career, see if it is for you, and if it is, then do apply. And if you're still thinking about it, go on to RCSLT's website where you've got more information about speech and language therapy as a career. Good luck with whatever you decide. Thank you.